You don't have to keep going through pain in order to learn and grow. You don't always have to have something to push against in order to be successful and function. I was just sitting here and I'm having this realization for myself in my own life. And I know that we are all one. So if I'm having this experience and this realization, then somebody out there is also having it. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. I am a recovering alcoholic and addict. I've been homeless 2 separate times. And I've been through the most hellish living situation after hellish living situation for most of my adult life. I'm 33 now. And yeah, since my early 20s, it's pretty much been a series of horrific living situations and being homeless and not being able to get safety and stability under me with a place to live. Financial insecurity. I've been sexually abused by 2 different men, had my boundaries crossed by a lot of men. Clearly stated boundaries crossed by several men. You know, I've been through a lot of really horrifying things. And I think that my nervous system became accustomed to chaos. And it became really familiar to me to be in a state of chaos. So whether consciously or unconsciously, I continued to attract chaos over and over again and self-sabotage so that I could create what was familiar in my life, what felt safe to my nervous system, rather than what I knew I consciously wanted, which was peace and abundance and stability and security and success, of course. But it felt more familiar to me to have something to push against. Like, I know how to live in a chaotic living situation. I even know how to find joy in those situations. But I recently moved into a really beautiful apartment and I found myself really wanting to for lack of without having to go into a bunch of details, like basically wanting to self-sabotage the situation. Because I am learning how to be okay in peace and stability. And that's a beautiful thing. I've also been creating my whole life. And over the last several years, it's been kind of hard for me to create and live my life purpose because so much of my time and energy has been devoted to survival and getting my root chakra needs back under me, or under me for the first time. the message that came through today that I really wanted to communicate is that you don't need something to push against in order to learn anymore. We can thrive in peace. We can use the things that we've been through and that we've survived to help other people. Because we're alchemists out here on this journey. And we can look at it that, okay, I've been through these things, I've survived these things so that I could help other people. Not have to go through those same things alone or whatever. Maybe somebody out there who found this video needed to hear this to know that you can put down the whip. You can thrive and win from a place of peace and stability and security. We don't always need something to push against to motivate us to grow and succeed. And I'm saying this to myself as well. Because just because something's familiar doesn't mean that it's good. And that takes a fusion of a lot of different things, for me at least. Practices, daily practices. Deepening the breath, coming back to the present moment. Doing different things to regulate the nervous system, eliminating things that we become consciously aware are holding us back. Whether that's unhealthy food, unhealthy people, a job that's draining your energy, gratitude practices, because I have so much gratitude. Like, there are times in my life when, that I reflect on certain times in my life and I can't believe that it actually happened. I can't wrap my head around the fact that I used to sleep on strangers' floors that I found on the internet in just horrifying situations. I'm from the East Coast and I found myself out in Los Angeles, homeless, sleeping on strangers' floors in the pursuit of my creative purpose. I can't believe that I used to live like that. And I wake up every day so grateful that I don't have to live like that anymore. Even though this wounded and small but still very present part of myself wants things to be chaotic because I am familiar with how to exist in that state. But I'm here to tell you, because I am actively learning how to do this myself, we do not need to suffer anymore in order to learn. We can learn and we can grow from a place of safety. And arguably we can learn and grow more than ever from a place of security and safety. And I know that I have not been through, a chronic illness that I got diagnosed with at 11, the kind of things that I've dealt with all my life: abuse, trauma, homelessness, addiction, alcoholism. I know that I have not survived these things for no reason. And if you're out there and you're struggling right now and you're suffering right now, just know that if you can find it in yourself, even just for a moment, to know that it is all happening for a reason, if you can make it happen for a reason. Life is all about perspective, so if we can have the perspective that everything happens for a reason, then it is so. We're not just struggling into a void. And there's so much beauty in this world. I live across from a hotel now, and I'm watching this person in the window behave very strangely. There's always something to smile and laugh about if we can give ourselves the space to see it. So I just wanted to get that out. I hope that somebody heard it today who needed to hear this. That you don't need to suffer anymore. You don't need to struggle anymore. Certainly not to earn peace. You don't need to earn peace. You don't need to earn groundedness and safety. It is your birthright to live a good life. And it's so available to you. I love you guys. We out here.